Welcome to the Victory Education Lounge. I'm your host, Maurice, and today we're diving into part 43 of our series, Advocacy in Action, Fighting for Sickle Cell Awareness. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your engagement helps us amplify our message and reach more people with this crucial information. Sickle cell disease is a life-altering genetic disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. This isn't just a statistic, it's a global reality. Originated in regions where malaria was once prevalent, the disease is now found across the world, a testament to our interconnected global society. But what exactly is sickle cell disease? In essence, it's a condition where red blood cells, typically round and flexible, become rigid and shaped like a sickle or crescent moon. This alteration leads to numerous health complications, including episodes of pain, infections, and even stroke. The impact of this disease stretches beyond the physical. It has profound emotional and social implications as well. For those living with sickle cell disease, it means frequent hospital visits, missed school days, and a constant battle against fatigue. It means grappling with a chronic illness that is often invisible to the outside world. Unfortunately, the burden of sickle cell disease is not shared equally. It predominantly affects people of African, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and Indian descent. Socioeconomic factors often come into play, with the disease disproportionately impacting those in lower-income communities due to barriers in accessing healthcare. Despite its prevalence and impact, sickle cell disease is often overshadowed in the public health agenda. Awareness remains low, funding for research is insufficient, and many healthcare providers lack the specialized knowledge to offer optimal care for those living with the disease. This gap extends to the policy level too, where sickle cell disease is often overlooked in favor of other health conditions. Yet there's a silver lining. Amidst these challenges, there's a growing movement of advocates, researchers, and healthcare professionals who are committed to changing this narrative. They're fighting to raise awareness, improve care, and drive research into better treatments and, ultimately, a cure. With such widespread impact, the fight for sickle cell awareness, better care, and innovative research is crucial. The journey is long, but with collective effort and persistence, we can transform the lives of those affected by this disease. Let's delve deeper into this in the next part of our series. The fight against sickle cell disease requires a multifaceted approach. Advocacy is a powerful tool that can be utilized to bring about significant change. There are 5 key strategies for sickle cell advocacy that we're going to discuss today. First, we have the strategy of raising public awareness. This involves using various platforms and channels to spread accurate information about sickle cell disease. The objective here is to enlighten the public on the realities of the disease, debunk any myths, and promote understanding. This approach can be as simple as sharing an informative post on social media or organizing community events that educate people on the disease. The second approach is engaging with policymakers. This involves lobbying legislators and health officials to improve policies and increase funding for sickle cell research and care. The goal here is to influence the decision-makers who have the power to affect systemic changes in the way sickle cell disease is addressed at the policy level. Next is collaborating with healthcare providers. This approach involves working closely with medical professionals to enhance their understanding and treatment of sickle cell disease. The aim here is to promote the latest treatment options and improve the quality of care provided to patients. The fourth strategy is empowering patient voices. This approach encourages and supports individuals with sickle cell disease to share their stories and advocate for themselves. By doing so, it provides a personalized perspective on the disease and helps to humanize the issue. Finally, we have the strategy of fostering research partnerships. This involves advocating for increased research funding and participation in clinical trials. The objective here is to advance treatment options and increase our scientific understanding of the disease. These 5 strategies, when combined, can create a powerful advocacy movement for sickle cell disease. Each approach has its own unique strengths and challenges, and it's essential to understand that effective advocacy often requires a mix of these strategies. By understanding and implementing these strategies, we can make a profound difference in the lives of those affected by sickle cell disease. This fight is not one that can be won alone, but through collective effort and relentless advocacy, we can certainly make a tremendous impact. Effective advocacy is not just about strategies, it's about action. Let's bring this to life with some inspiring examples of individuals who have made a significant impact through their advocacy efforts. First up, Meet Sarah. Living with sickle cell disease, she decided to use her experience to educate others. She started a blog, sharing her day-to-day challenges and victories living with the disease. Her posts, honest and relatable, went viral, reaching millions across the globe. She didn't just raise awareness, she reshaped public understanding of sickle cell disease, one post at a time. Then there's Michael, a community organizer who decided to take the political route. He led a grassroots campaign, knocking on doors and rallying community members. His efforts bore fruit when they successfully lobbied state legislators to increase funding for sickle cell research by 30% over 3 years. It was a victory not just for Michael but for everyone battling sickle cell. Now let's talk about Dr. Amina, a hematologist dedicated to improving medical care for sickle cell patients. She noticed that emergency room staff often lacked understanding of sickle cell crises, so she developed a training program to change this. The result? Improved care, reduced stigma, and more compassionate treatment for patients seeking emergency help. Let's not forget the younger advocates like David, a high school student living with sickle cell. Despite his age, he's a force to be reckoned with. He gave a powerful speech at his school assembly, sharing his experience with the disease. His words resonated. Inspired, his school started an annual Sickle Cell Awareness Week and fundraising drive, creating a ripple effect in their community. Last but certainly not least, meet Lisa, a patient advocate who understood the importance of inclusive research. She worked tirelessly with researchers to design clinical trials that welcomed participation from underrepresented communities. The result was not just increased participation, but also more comprehensive research outcomes. These stories are a testament to the power of advocacy. Sarah, Michael, Dr. Amina, David, and Lisa. They're not superheroes. They're individuals, just like you and me, who saw an opportunity to affect change and took it. They show us that advocacy takes many forms, from blogging and grassroots campaigning, to medical training and inclusive research. But there's a common thread that binds these individuals: a commitment to raising awareness, improving care, and driving research for sickle cell disease. They remind us that whether we're patients, healthcare professionals, or concerned citizens, we all have a part to play. So as we move forward, let's remember that our voices matter, our actions matter, and together we can make a difference. These stories exemplify the power each of us holds to affect change for the sickle cell community. To bring about change, we need to understand how to effectively implement these advocacy strategies. Firstly, when raising public awareness, it's crucial to create engaging and accessible content. This can be done through infographics, personal stories, or even simple facts about sickle cell disease. Social media platforms are particularly effective in disseminating this information to a broad audience. Next, for engaging with policymakers, it's important to understand the legislative process and how to navigate it. This might involve learning how to write compelling letters to legislators, how to rally support for your cause, or even how to testify at public hearings. Remember, your aim is to influence policy in a way that benefits the sickle cell community. When collaborating with healthcare providers, it's about fostering a dialogue. This could be through roundtable discussions, seminars, or workshops. The objective is to give medical professionals a better understanding of sickle cell disease and its impact on patients. Empowering individuals to share their stories is a powerful advocacy tool. Providing a safe space for them to express their experiences can be achieved through support groups, public speaking training, or even assisting them in writing their stories. This strategy gives a human face to the disease, making it more relatable. Lastly, fostering research partnerships involves working closely with academic and pharmaceutical institutions. Advocates can push for more inclusive clinical trials and lobby for increased research funding. It's about ensuring that the needs of the sickle cell community are at the forefront of scientific research. Each of these strategies is a piece of the puzzle in the fight against sickle cell disease. They're not mutually exclusive, but rather they complement each other. It's about utilizing them in a way that is most effective for your specific goals and context. By harnessing these strategies, we can make a tangible difference in the fight against sickle cell disease. The fight against sickle cell disease is a collective responsibility. We've explored the importance of raising public awareness, engaging with policymakers, collaborating with healthcare providers, empowering patient voices, and fostering research partnerships. Each of these strategies plays a pivotal role in advancing the cause and improving the lives of those affected by sickle cell disease. Your involvement can make a world of difference. You can raise awareness in your own community, lobby for policy changes that will enhance research and care, or collaborate with healthcare providers to improve treatment. If you or a loved one is living with sickle cell disease, your story can inspire and educate others, and by fostering research partnerships, you can contribute to the development of newer and better treatment options. Remember, every effort counts. Together, we can make a difference in the fight against sickle cell disease. It begins with you. Before we conclude, I want to emphasize that the information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any health-related decisions should be discussed with a licensed physician or qualified healthcare professional, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking medications. Advocacy efforts should complement, not replace, professional medical care and guidance. Thank you for joining us today at the Victory Education Lounge. If you found this information helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue providing valuable content and advocating for the sickle cell community. Remember, every voice matters in the fight for sickle cell awareness and improved care. Until next time, advocate with passion, empower others, and stay victorious.